Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
I'm Carol Masser, along with Matthew Miller, in for Tim Standovich. Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. With us is Bloomberg News equities reporter Alexandra Semenova. And when we take a look at some stocks that are moving today, you got to talk about, well, where do you want to start?
So a little less exciting than Brad Pitt is Hyatt Hotels real estate portfolio. They're selling 15 resorts for $2 billion. This is part of an effort to cut back on its real estate holdings and to add to its all-inclusive offerings. They've been trying to do that for years now. Tortuga Resorts, that is the joint venture of private investment firms KSL Capital Partners and Rodina. They'll be buying those properties, and the transaction is expected to be completed at the end of this year. Hyatt is also eligible to receive an additional $143 million if certain operating thresholds are met in this deal. It entered into a 50-year agreement for contracts on 13 of those 15 hotels, meaning that the company will earn fees from those properties into its loyalty programs. Now, broadly, the deal is expected to reduce volatility in its portfolio. Jefferies called it a strategic move, and Morgan Stanley analysts are saying that this removes uncertainty over asset dispositions in this current macro environment. The stock is about flat right now, is up as much as 4% earlier in the day.
Yeah, a bit of a swing there, right, in terms of the trade. Yeah. You want to go to the next
Robinhood, the stock is up, and Vlad has been saying he wants to tokenize equities, and now I guess they're doing it.
Yeah, that's getting a really positive reaction today, up about 12% right now. And Matt, actually, the stock is up 148% this year. Didn't realize how well it was doing. It is joining the push to trade U.S. equities on the blockchain. It is tokenizing U.S. securities to 150,000 customers in 30 countries, 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. Tokenized securities are blockchain traded assets whose values mirror the underlying equity. My favorite part of this whole announcement is that Vlad Tenev actually unveiled this in Cannes, France, at the chateau where Alfred Hitchcock's To Catch a Thief was. He went on to say that crypto is more than a speculative asset, very poetic. Exchange-traded shares are available to investors in most parts of Europe right now, but advocates for these tokenized versions say that they offer benefits of equities, including dividends and stock splits.
It does look like Vlad Tenev is going to be on at 3:10 p.m., I think, today.
Okay, good. So he's just about
Bloomberg
to come
television.
up on.
Yeah.
But don't
to close. What? But don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. Like, still listen to us.
Have multiple screens.
Yeah. Goldman Sachs, and to me, the bank stories were huge today. So not only did you have, the fact that they passed the stress test is not huge.
No, we expected
Obviously, they're going to. And I feel like they might want to grade on the curve and just fail at least once a year. But that wouldn't be great for the economy.
And you don't want to be that one bank.
But ING also in the news for firing like 230 managers. So there's a lot of bank news and a lot of movement.
Yeah, a lot going on. Shares of banks across the board are gaining after comfortably clearing the Fed stress test late Friday. That set the stage for lenders to boost buybacks and dividends to shareholders. The heavyweights today all moving higher: Goldman Sachs, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, JP Morgan, and Citi. And also, guys, the KBW Bank Index is rising for an 8th straight day. Just shows what an incredible run this sector has had. And of course, we have earnings season coming up, and they're kind of the informal curtain raiser for what's ahead. So everyone will be tuning into what banks are saying. Obviously, looking at remarks from Mike Mayo, he says that the Fed stress test is a clear demonstration that regulation is becoming less onerous, less volatile. Looking well for the sector.
I mean, look at the KBW Bank Index. It's up about 9.5% so far this year, compared with about a 5% gain in the S&P 500.
Yeah.
So
financials as a group are up like 8% and change this year.
Would be voting well.
I think they're the third biggest gainer. You have industrials as the biggest gainer year to date, right?
Yeah.
And then comm services, which is the hyperscalers, and then financials in third place.
Yeah, they've really had some outperformance there.
And most strategists I've spoken to say that is set to continue in the second half of the year.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.